Today we start with a new chapter, human reproduction. As we all know, human beings are unisexual. That means the male and female are distinctly different. An individual can be either a male or a female. Human beings also show a clear, distinct sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism means an individual, either a male or a female, is distinctly different from each other. So, human beings are unisexual and they show sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism. Now this sexual dimorphism means an individual, a male or a female, they are different, distinctly different from each other. Now why they are different from each other? This is because of the sexual organs, external genitalia or the sex hormones which develop an individual into a male or female after the attainment of age of puberty. Now, before we proceed further, we must know that there are certain steps or events that take place in human reproduction. We should attain ourselves about the terms that are used in this process. So the first step or the first event in the process of reproduction is gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. Gametogenesis is actually the formation of gametes. It can be the formation of the male gametes, that is formation of the sperms, which is known as spermatogenesis. The formation of sperms that take place in the males is known as spermatogenesis. Then the formation of the female gamete, that is the egg or the ovum, is known as oogenesis. Now formation of the sperms or spermatogenesis in the males, it starts at the age of puberty, but the formation of the ovum or the egg cell in the female, it starts in the embryonic stage only. For reproduction to take place, the male gametes needs to be transferred to the genital tract or the reproductive tract of the female gamete. So this whole process is known as insemination. This is known as insemination. So this is another step that is transfer of the gametes, the male gametes, into the reproductive tracts of the female. This is known as insemination. After the transfer of the male gametes into the reproductive tracts of the females, fertilization has to take place. That is, after insemination, fertilization has to take place. That is the fusion of the male gamete with the fusion of the female gamete. Actually, it is the fusion of the male and the female gamete which results in the formation of zygote. So after this is fertilization. Once the diploid zygote is formed, that is after fertilization, diploid zygote is formed. Now the cells will divide, that is division or the cleavage of the cells will take place which results in the formation of morula, then blastula. So this process is known as blastulation. So first is cleavage or division. We can write division also. Division of the cells take place, or cleavage, which results in the formation of blastula. So this can also be stated as blastulation. As blastulation. After blastulation, that is, a mass of cell is formed. Now this mass of cell has to be implanted. Now all this process was taking place in the fallopian tube or the site of fertilization. So after this, a mass of cell is formed, which is known as blastula, and this blastula has to be implanted in the uterine cavity. So this is known as implantation. This is known as implantation. So this has to be, the cell has to be, the mass of cell, which is known as blastula, has to be implanted in the uterine, in the cavity of the uterine or in the tissues of the uterus. Once the mass of cell, that is blastula, is implanted in the uterine cavity or in the tissues of the uterus, the gastrulation process takes place. That means the formation of different germ layers starts forming. This is 3 germ layers are formed in the embryo. Cells differentiate and form 3 germ layers. These germ layers are ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So this is known as gastrulation process. This comes under gastrulation. So this is known as gastrulation. The 3 germ layers are formed, which will in future give rise to different organs. Now in the embryo, the cells differentiate and forms the germ layers. In gastrulation, we have seen the different germ layers are formed. These germ layers differentiate, divide and gives rise to organs and organ systems. Now this whole process is known as organogenesis. So this is the 7th stage. I am writing up 7th stage, which is known as organogenesis. That is formation of organs in the fetus. Now we will call it the developing embryo, which has developed, nearly developed, is known as fetus now. So the different organs and organ systems are formed in the fetus. Now this whole process is known as organogenesis. After the organs and organ systems are developed, now the fetus is fully developed. Now the fetus has to be expelled from the mother's body. This process is known as parturition. So next step after organogenesis is, the 8th step is parturition. This is the final step of the human reproduction. So what happens? The fully developed fetus is now expelled from the mother's body. So this whole process from gametogenesis, no, we will say from fertilization. From fertilization to organogenesis, the whole process comes under gestation. The gestation period in human beings is nearly approximately 280 days or 9 months. In this 280 days, a mass of cell, that is zygote, develops into a fetus, a fully developed fetus, which is ready for expulsion. We have seen the different events or phases that take place in human reproductive system. Now, where these events are taking place and what type of events are taking place, we must know about the system. So, in the next class, we will talk about the male reproductive system.